Okay, we're going to make candles today. Keith, you're being too loud. I can't hear you because of the crazy bird dog. Okay, so this is my bag of wax, candle wax. And supplies, which I ordered off of Amazon, relatively cheap, including the wicks and everything. Put that to the side, and then I ordered the little 10 candle jars, also off of Amazon, super cheap. I don't put them in glass jars because they said that the glass jars could break if the wax is too hot. I ordered the better wax as well. It's supposed to be like fragrant free. I don't remember the name of it. I should know that, but I don't. Okay, so this is really simple. And I used to buy candles all the time. You know, even the small ones are like $3 to $5, and the bigger ones can go up to $20 for expensive ones. And I just use essential oils in mine. I like to keep everything kind of natural if I can. So first of all, you grab a old pot, you fill it with water. I only put about a cup of water in the bottom. That's it. Turn on high. Then I get a like a ceramic bowl to put the wax in. Which I have here. And this little ceramic bowl, I think, usually makes about 5 to 6 candles. So I stick the ceramic bowl in the pot with a little bit of water on there. And the water in there keeps this bowl from getting too hot and also burning at the bottom, which you don't want. So let's grab my wax and I just cup it in here. Go all the way up. Basically just keep adding to it until it melts down. Super simple. The only thing is you got to be a little careful about how much of the essential oils you add in. Believe it or not, you can make the candles way too strong. Make it kind of become overwhelming. So there we go for now. And for stirring, I just get an old butter knife. It's going to get messy, but you can clean it off with hot water. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set 5 pans out. And do like 5 wicks. Here's Chief. He's finally calmed down a little bit. You like that bone, Chief? He's about 1.5 years old. He's a Brittany bird dog. One of 3. And we'll be playing out in the backyard today, but it's been pouring rain, so I brought him and Aries in. Aries is my old dog, aren't you, Aries? Just turned 7. Yeah, your favorite activities is kind of just laying around, isn't it? And he's fighting one of his ear infections that he consistently has. Don't you? Yes, but he's a good dog. Yeah, I know. I got some medicine coming for you. If you ask why that's the dining room, it's because we've been doing some remodeling in the house. It's just easier to leave it in there. Did you do see Aries? No, I'm busy. You can't run out and play because we chewed the house up. As you can see, already boiling on high. This is not something you can eat. I know you think it is, but no, you can't. You probably would eat it, but you can't. Okay, what kind of essential oils do I want to add to this? Let me see, what do I have? How about peppermint and lemongrass? I think I'll do both. That makes a good combination. Lemongrass is supposed to have some healing properties, so we'll use that. I love the smell of peppermint. As you can see, it is going down really fast because it's already melting into wax. I'm going to add more. You just keep adding and adding until it gets, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch on the top, and then you stop. You do not want it to run over. Alrighty, let's add more of this. Let's add more wax. When you still can't eat it. I know it smells like you can, but you can't. Actually, I think it is scent-free. But little Chief has a nose and can smell anything and everything, can't you, Chief? His nose gets you in trouble sometimes, doesn't it? Okay. I don't usually add the essential oil in until it's about halfway melted. I mean, it smells really good in the kitchen, but kind of is a waste of the essential oil, if you ask me. I've been making these for about a year, maybe. I know for Christmas I made a big batch up and put them in everybody's stocking. And I just love burning them. I don't really like the regular candles anymore. They're too powerful and bother my allergies a lot of times. Don't. So you see, I am stirring, stirring, stirring. Alright, we're gonna let that melt for a minute. I know you like your antler better. Don't eat the plastic. This is supposed to be chewed on, Goober. Don't eat it. It's not good for you. There's my peppermint. Actually, I think it's spearmint drying out. As you can see, continuing to melt down. going to get a towel to put these on because they tend to get messy when you're scooping them out. Scraping the wax up off of my countertop. It can be a chore. Sorry folks if I'm boring you. I probably am. I don't claim to be an excited person. But the main reason I'm making these videos is for when I'm long gone. My kids and grandkids and great-grandkids, great ones, see how I lived. I like making things homemade, handmade. For many reasons. A lot less expensive, and then a lot of love and caring goes into these homemade things. Okay, it's melting down pretty good. And I'm going to keep adding. If I can find my cup. Yep, it's buried in there. And I just basically went on YouTube to learn how to do this. I had no clue. So I just kind of tweaked it a little bit to how I like it. It likes to play right up close to me, don't you? Just for company. It's a very social dog. I gotta watch it. I'm tripping over him. Did that a few times. And I'm very grateful that I have these little hobbies I can do. I've been working from home now since middle of March. And it gets a little boring, but not often. Between work and doing little side jobs for people I know, it keeps me really busy. I guess I could be lazy, so I've been working since I was 11. Probably deserve a break, but when you get used to working and staying busy, you just continue to do it as long as you can. So anyways, like I said, starting this channel mostly up for my kids and grandkids, and my kids are so busy now with their own lives, you know, they're adults. Even though they live with us, you know, both graduate college and trying to decide what to do next, and both working. So I don't really get to see them a whole lot. A lot of times I do. I'm busy or they're busy, so they can look at these videos later on in life. As you can see, it's melting really good now. Now the wax is not boiling, it's the water inside this little pan. That's what's steaming up. And I learned not to fill the pan too full. Like maybe a cup of water, cup and a half water. First time I did it, I think I put it half full, and it started boiling over, making a big mess. So now I just do a little bit. If I see that it needs a little more water, I just put a little more in there. Because you do want to keep water in it because I don't want to ruin my little ceramic bowl. Because it's cute. So, folks, I'm telling you that doesn't matter where you live, who you are, you can do urban farming, gardening, crafts, homesteading type stuff. I grew up in a little farm. I don't know, less than 10 acres, but my dad, he had every kind of farm animal that you could imagine. And I was one of 3 kids, and I was the only one that helped take care of them because I liked it. So we had cows, we had a horse, pony, donkey, sheep, goat, just name it, we had it. I think we had a pig, and we had a lot of chickens too for a few years. They were kind of a meaner breed. I don't remember what kind, but did not like mess with them because I usually got pecked, and they could peck pretty hard. So the chickens I got outside, I made sure I researched it, and they are a much nicer, calmer breed. They're Rhode Island Reds. And because I do live in the city, in a subdivision, I got Rhode Island Reds because reportedly they grow big and fast and are ready for meat to eat within, I think, 8 weeks. So I think I've had them about 8-9 weeks, but being that it's been so hot, I'm not sure if that's why they're not growing so much or what, but then they're totally organic, what I feed them. They've not had an ounce of antibiotics or anything, so that's probably why they're not as big and healthy as they should be. But we killed one last week and ate it, and boy, it was delicious, but I wanted to wait a week or two till they got a little bit better. You can't eat this. I know you think you can. I hope you're not licking on that. Ugh. A dog, I swear, eats everything and anything. I think he's the worst of the dogs. So get back on track, because I do tend to wonder when I talk. Is you can start out knowing nothing about the urban farm and living, homesteading, but you can learn. And I tell my kids all the time that they have the internet, which is good and bad, of course, but you know, they can research about anything on there. You know, whereas, you know, growing up, old school wise was you went to library and checked out library books to learn about anything if you didn't know a person who could show you or train you. So I spent many hours and months in libraries because I was always wanting to learn how to do this and do that. So I say just, you know, pick something you want to learn like this and Google it and research it and watch some videos, and you can tweak it to how you want it, to your perfection. And then you can enjoy your beautiful candles. Okay, so it's not too far from being done. You'll see clumps, and I kind of chop those clumps up with my knife. Just helps it melt quicker. So I don't like living on here very long because the wax will get really hot, and it's just something I don't want to mess with. So you can chop the little clumps up. Being this almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and add essential oil. So let me get peppermint. I don't know. Add about 15 drops. I think a lot of people only add maybe half that, but I do make it pretty fragrant. Okay. that smell good? You think you're gonna eat my candles? I don't know. What's that? You say no? No? Don't eat the phone. He licked my phone, I swear. So, I only have a few subscribers, which is fine. My kids should be on soon. I told them to subscribe to my YouTube. I'm sure they were like, oh my god, Mom, I can't believe I go to YouTube. It's so lame. Whatever. Maybe in the future they can learn some things off here. If not, just see how big of a hillbilly their mom is. Which I'm proud of that. Always have been. Hard-working hillbilly. Alright. Okay, let's... I can smell it. What are you eating? No, you can't eat my mat. No. Get off that. No. Mat. Here. He's being a brat. He had his bone by my mat. Acting like he's chewing on his bone, but it's actually chewing on my mat. I caught you. Brat, I'm watching you. He has destroyed probably, what, a dozen mats? Don't get me going. Alright, folks, it's almost done. So let's make some candles today. I think it's beeswax is what the wax is. I guess I should have looked that up, but I'm pretty sure, like, all natural, no scented. Which, if I ever get out of the city, I will have a beehive. The water is just about out. You can see the water is just about out there. So I need to put a little more in because I don't want to burn it. And I'm tripping over you. Yes, I about tripped over you. Uh-oh, that little wax there is not good. Oh well. Alrighty. Let's finish these up. Come on. Almost looks like chicken noodle soup. As you can see, I get it almost a top full. So I don't like to do something unless I know I can get at least 5 candles out of it. Because it's kind of time consuming, as you can see. Really not something you can rush. I know when I do the wicks, there's some type of trick a lot of people do to make the wicks perfect, but I don't care about them being perfect because they work. I do like putting multiple wicks in the candles because that way if one burns down all the way, I don't have to waste the candle. I can just light the other wick up on the another side. And I get to use all of the candle. Another tip is if you do, like, both the wicks get burned down to the bottom and you still got, say, 1/4 of the candle left. What I do is I stick a, what do you call those, tea candles? Little tiny candles in there. Light them, and then when it lights up and heats up, it burns the wax in there. So then I can use all of the candle up. Alright, we're down to the last little couple pieces floating in there. Like a few more seconds and I'm going to pour. Alright, so it's about done. I don't get every single minute little particle out there, so I'm going to turn it off. Slide it off the burner. And you got to be careful. You can really burn yourself on this, so I just scoop it. And this can get messy, but oh well, so I have a towel down. Don't use a good towel, you might ruin it. Alright, so I fill it almost to the top. Got I would say, 1/4 of an inch from the top. Because these don't tend to like burn really hot. You don't have to worry about like spilling over like you do the cheapy store-bought ones. So I'm scooping more, and I don't know if I have enough for 5 or not, but I usually get 5 out of this. And see, once you do something a few times, you know exactly, yep, it's gonna be 5. And I do not waste any of it. Waste not, want not. My mother and my grandma used to say, and that is true. And I do not. It's pet peeve of mine, people who waste anything. Almost everything can be reused, recycled, or... Okay. As you see, I'm going to keep filling them full. Right, I'm going to get an oven mitt. Because I can't get that last little bit out with this thing, so I'm going to pour. I get these a little fuller than I normally do, but it should be fine. Like I said, they don't burn as hot, the beeswax. Okay. So here are the wicks. And I gotta find a pair of scissors. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on here real quick. Hopefully you all can see. So, I did at first try to cut these, but then I realized that it kind of helps if you bend them over and kind of straighten the little metal part of it up. And like I said, I do. It's not wanting to cooperate, of course. And they'll slide. And like I said, I know that there's my niece has a trick for when she makes them with straw or something, but I'm not real picky. So I didn't straighten that one up, but what I like to do too is you can readjust these when the wax starts setting. You can easily kind of move these around, not mess your candle up as far as the look of them or aesthetics. So I'll do that like 15 minutes, but I won't take it because I know I'm boring you all to death. But I'm new to this, and I'm not a big talker. As a matter of fact, I did not start talking probably till I was 5, maybe 6. I just did feel there was a need for it. Then I went to school and they forced me to. And I still am very selective who I talk to. Not very many people. Of course, you tell my husband, he says I talk his head off, but it's because I love and adore him. My kids will tell you the same thing. But that goes the same for them. Okay, so not very pretty, and it's not doing as well as I normally do, maybe because I've had them. Alright, so I think I'm going to do 3 in each, just because I've learned that they tend to burn down instead of out. I'm sure there's some science in that. I don't know, so the 3 of the wicks, like I said, fix that issue. And I will come back in here in like 15-20 minutes and I'll reset these. But you can't, once the top starts turning white, don't reset them or it really messes up the candle. It won't be flat and pretty looking. I learned from my mistake too. So I will come back in a little bit and do stage 2 of setting the wicks and show you how they turn out. So I hope everybody has a peaceful day, and with everything going on in the world, try to find some things that bring you peace and are joyful to you. And I know that I haven't watched the news for probably 30 some years, and I try not to because there's nothing on there that's good or I want to hear. I know what's going on, but sometimes you got to make your world a little bit smaller to keep your sanity. Peace out.